Good morning, everyone. How are you? I miss you. I hope you're having a good day. It is very rainy around here. I'm not sure what it's like by you, but there's a lot of water, there's a lot of rain. It's gray. The leaves are blowing a little bit. I have to tell you, I found something pretty special today. I was looking out my back door into my backyard and I saw four bunny rabbits because I live by woods, and they were probably about this big, four of them, and they were playing and running, three of them especially. There was one who was kind of in the yard on a pile of leaves that I had made that I forgot to rake up and put on the curb. And I was watching her, and they kind of ran a little bit and played, and then she left. And I thought I would just go out and take a peek, and guess what I found? You won't even believe it. She was sitting on a nest. She had babies in there. I didn't touch it because I don't want to do anything to upset the bunny rabbit, but I peeked inside, and do you know that I saw a couple of baby bunnies? They probably were about, I don't know, maybe about that big, and they really don't have that much fur yet. And they were trying to snuggle together to keep warm. I think that Mommy probably was going out to get something to eat, and she'll be back later just to check on them. But I wanted to tell you that because I thought that was so cool. So before we got started, I thought I would read a book. You know how much I like dogs. So this is one of my favorite books. It's called My Dog Rosie. See that? Rosie's a Rottweiler. That's a type of dog. It's big and it's usually black and brown, you can tell. And what's really neat about this is the book is written by Isabel Harper and Barry Moser. And I'm going to show you the back of the book because I think it's really neat. I don't know, it's a small picture. Can you see it? So that's the man who wrote the book. That's Barry. And next to him is his granddaughter. That is Isabel. And he painted pictures of her in the book with his dog, Rosie. Isn't that neat? So let's see what they get into. What kind of fun do they have on a rainy day like today? When Grandpa goes into his room to work, it's my job to take care of Rosie. So do you see that? Grandpa's inside working. I bet he's working on another book. And she's outside taking care of Rosie. She has something in her hand. What do you think? Do you think she's going to use that? That's what I use to take my doggie for a walk. It's called a leash. So she's probably going to put that on him. Or her. I feed him his breakfast. And Rosie's looking a little bit hungry, I think. And it looks like she's being very careful to spoon the can of dog food into the dish. I give him his bath. So she's giving him a bath, and she's all set too. She doesn't want to get terribly wet. But she's using the hose on him, and I think he probably likes it. And then I help him dry off before I brush his hair. What do you think? Does it look like he's liking that? I'm not so sure. My dog does not like to have a hair dryer by him when he has a bath. I read him his favorite story. And it looks like it's a story about another dog. And that dog's name is Carl. That's a good book about Carl. I've read that. And after that, I take him outside to play. Now, you're going to laugh at this. Look what she did to Rosie. It almost looks like a Halloween costume, doesn't it? She put a hat on Rosie, and she put a fake nose on him. Looks pretty silly. I throw the ball. You see how she threw it? Doesn't look like Rosie's looking so much at the ball. And Rosie brings it back to me. So Rosie brought it back, and now she's trying to get it out of his mouth. And I bet they're playing a little bit of tug of war. Let's see what happens next. Woodrow comes along, and he plays with us too. Woodrow, who do you think Woodrow is? Do you think it's a friend of Isabel's, or do you think it's a friend of Rosie's? There it is. Do you see Woodrow? We said Rosie was black and brown. What color is Woodrow? Woodrow is white. You're right. Woodrow is a Samoyed. That's another type of dog. Rosie loses the ball. Do you see it? It looks like Rosie is doing something else. She must smell something really good. And she looks like she dropped the ball over there. I wonder what's going to happen to the ball. What do you think? I wonder if Woodrow is going to have some ideas. Woodrow finds it and he keeps it. He looks very happy, doesn't he, that he has the ball? Very neat. Rosie is tired. It's time for his nap. Do you see that? I'm going to go in and rest. Grandpa helps me with Rosie's quilt. Soon, Rosie is sound asleep. Look at that. Rosie played so hard that Rosie fell asleep. Looks very comfortable under those blankets, doesn't it? Especially on a rainy day like today. Let's see what happens next. I have to go back to work now, Grandpa says. Will you stay here with Rosie and take care of him for me? She has a smile on her face. I think she's probably thinking that that would be a lot of fun to take care of Rosie. Looks like they sure do have fun times together. Yes, she wants to take care of Rosie, and it looks like they're both going to take a nap together. Such a good idea on a rainy day for sure. So that is My Dog Rosie. I hope you like that book. I like the paintings. I think they're very pretty. So I wanted to show some other things to you today. I love puppets. Do you have any puppets in your classroom at school? When I go and visit the classrooms, I see different ones. I saw it in one classroom, they had a ballerina. There was a policeman. In other classrooms, I've seen animals. I've seen a whole bunch of different puppets. And puppets are fun to play with on your hands and to make them talk. So I have a couple puppets here at my house that I wanted to show you. This is a special one. This is a little bit different. This is not like the puppet that we put on our hand. Can you see? It is, you know what this is, right? Can you tell? It's a pirate. What do pirates say? Arg, aye, me matey, arg. So, and he's on a ship, and he is what's called a marionette. He has strings attached to his arms and his legs, and there's a stick at the top, and by moving the stick, you can make him do all kinds of things. You can make him walk, you can make him run, you can make him dance, all kinds of things. So marionettes are a lot of fun. You have to be super duper careful with them though, because if you're not, the strings can get all jumbled together and then it's not as much fun to make them move. So he's kind of a special puppet I have here at home. I have some other ones too. I have, let's see, what's this? Do you know what this is? There you go. If you said turtle, you're right. He is a turtle. I don't know that we ever gave him a name, but he's kind of cool. And what's neat is he has a shell. And do you know turtles? Turtles can pull back into their shells to hide, right? Sometimes their heads. And he can do that if I can move my fingers well enough. I got him back inside. Isn't that cool? And then he peeks back out and he says, hello, how are you? So he's kind of a fun one. This is a cute guy. This is a Viking, and his name is Leif Erikson. And you can see, he's very colorful. He has yarn for hair. He has a special Viking hat on and has horns on it. And he has a nice jacket, and his mouth opens too. He even has, it looks like a little tongue in there too. And sometimes we would play games and talk with him. How are you today, Leif? Are you good? Yes, I'm fine. How are you? Very rainy today, don't you think? So we have fun with Leif Erikson. He's cute. And this one is very special. I've told you that my son's name is Ben, and he's much older now, but when he was a little boy, this was one of his favorite, I think this may have been his first puppet. And this is Ricky Raccoon. And he loved this puppet. And Ricky would go to school with him. Ricky would go on bike rides with him. Sometimes maybe you go on a bike ride with mom or dad where you get to sit in a seat on the back of the bike and Ricky would be with him going for the ride. Sometimes he would sleep with Ricky. He'd do all kinds of fun things with Ricky. So Ricky's pretty special. We're going to hold on to him for a long time. Do you have puppets at your house? I wonder. You know, if you don't, there are things that you can do to make puppets. And I had a couple of ideas that I was going to show you today. One is really simple. I found a box. I put eyes on it. I have to show you. It used to be, you know how mommy and daddy, sometimes when they're cleaning up, they put food in plastic bags? Well, look what I found. I found a box. And I could have thrown this away or recycled it, but I thought I could make that a puppet. Almost looks a little bit like Cookie Monster, but it's the wrong color, isn't it? Cookie Monster's blue. And I was playing with him, and I thought, you know what? It looks like he's hungry. What could I do to feed him? So I went around and found some things that he might like. I found a cereal bar. And so I could talk with my puppet and say, are you hungry, Mr. Puppet? Yes, I'm so hungry. Feed me, feed me. There you go. Let's see, what else did I find? Oh, crackers. Mr. Puppet, would you like crackers? Yes, I'm so hungry. Feed me, please. Nom, 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 nom. And I could keep feeding. I even found, one of Bruce's dog bones. You don't like dog bones, do you? I've never tried them, but I'm really hungry. Feed me, please. Nom, 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 nom. So that's one of the puppets I made today. Maybe you could make something like that and have some fun today. In fact, maybe you could put a puppet show on with a brother or sister that you have at home. Another puppet I could make is with a paper bag. Have you ever done that with a paper bag, small one? I have one here that I found, and I thought, well, what could I do with that? So I put a face on him and a hat. And I thought maybe you could help me with maybe making some faces and things on here. So I'm thinking I probably should make, I don't know, some eyes, right? I would need to have eyes on this puppet. So let me see if I can do that. Oh, there's a circle for an eye. That's a good shape, right? And he needs another one because we have two eyes, right? And then I'm going to make it a little bit nicer. What do you think about that? Is that good? What else does he need? What do you think? What's on your face? We said two eyes. What about this? Should I put this on his face? That's a nose. So let's see if I can, it's kind of an interesting nose. What do you think about that? It's kind of silly looking. What do you think? What else does he need? We said we have two eyes, we have a nose. What about this? A mouth? You know what? I think I'm not going to use black for his mouth. I think I am going to use red. My red marker. And here we go. You ready? I'm going to make him smiling because he is a happy puppet. What do you think about that? And then you know what? I'm wondering, do you think he needs some hair? I'm thinking he probably does. And you know what? I could be silly and I could give him something like purple or blue hair maybe, but I'm not going to be that silly today. I'm going to give him some brown hair. So let's see what we can do. Oh, you know what? I wonder if you can tell. Do you see that marker? This happens to us at school sometimes. Do you know when we don't put the caps back on and it doesn't work so well? Can you tell how light it is? I'm going to have to make sure that I put the cap back on very carefully. There you go. What do you think? Pretty neat, huh? So let's see if we can talk to him. What would you have him say if you were doing a puppet show with him? What do you think we should call him? I think I'm going to call him Nigel. What do you think about that? That's kind of a different name. Hi, Nigel. How are you? Oh, I'm fine today. How are you? It's a bit rainy outside. Yes, it is, Nigel. It is. Maybe when it's nicer outside, we can go out and I can show you that nest with the bunnies. Would you like that? Oh, I would like that a lot. But we'd have to be very careful not to scare them. Oh, you're so smart, Nigel. That's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that together then. I'll see you later, okay? Okay. Bye, kids. So that's two types of puppets we've made. We've made one with a box, and we've made one with a paper bag. I have one more. Earlier this week, it was Earth Day. It was on Wednesday the 22nd, and we had said that it's important to take care of our earth, and it's important to recycle. It's important to reuse sometimes. And, you know, I found this. Do you know what this is? It's a sock, right? Well, guess what? I lost the other one. So now I only have one sock. And I can't wear just really one sock by itself. So I thought, well, maybe I should throw it away. And then I thought, well, maybe I can think of something better to do with it. And so I thought, maybe we could make a sock puppet. You could do this with Mom and Dad too. If you have any socks, or Dad has any socks maybe that he can't find the match for. And you could use glue, or you could use tape. You could use all kinds of different things. And I am going to try and use tape, and we're going to see how that works, if it sticks at least for a little bit. And this is going to be his face. And you can see I've already put a mouth in there. You see that's a nice big mouth. And so now I am going to put on two eyes that I've already cut out. See, and put tape on. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put this eye over here. Okay, what do you think so far? Pretty good? I think so. And you know what? Since we were reading about Rosie the dog, I thought I would make my puppet a dog. So I need a nose. There, what do you think about that? Look pretty good? Now, there are two other things that I'm going to do. I have to put on ears because it's a dog. And I also found this really cool. Look at this. I thought I would make a girl dog. And so I'm going to put this on her head. And this wouldn't go on so well with tape. So I am going to carefully use a safety pin to put it on. And you would need Mom or Dad to help you with that if you did that. Let's see if I can figure out how to make it work, because I think it would be a really cool thing. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right, sticking it through. Make sure not to get myself, right? I think it worked. All right, hold on. Here it comes, here it comes. Oh, what do you think? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now, to put the ears on, I think I'm going to have to put this on my hand first. So let me do that. Okay. Oh, goodness. I have to position it so you can see everything really well. Okay. And there's that. All right, let me see if I can, then I'll show you what she looks like. So here's my ears. Here's one ear. And here is the other ear. Let's check this out. And you can't see Bruce, but Bruce is right by me right now. He's watching to see what I'm doing. I'm going to put this down a little bit. This down. Oh, she's beautiful. Look. What do you think? Do you like her? I'm going to think what I need to call her. She can yawn. I think with that beautiful ribbon in her hair, I think I am going to call her Fifi. What do you think? Hi, Fifi. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. Thank you for making me. Maybe we could go play with your brother or sister. Oh, what a good idea. And then I could show you my toys, too. What do you think? Oh, I would like that a lot. Pretty silly playing with puppets, isn't it? But it's a whole lot of fun. So we made Fifi. We made Nigel. And we made a box puppet today that was very hungry and ate everything we stuck in his mouth. So why don't you try and see if you can make a puppet today? I would love to know what you make and what it looked like, all right? So I miss you and I love you, and I will see you soon. Have a great day, all right?